to 2007, the contestation was extremely toxic. And members of the ANC were divided right in the...
I'm putting you on the spot.
An erosion of the quality of debate from all of us. And I think me included. If you consider the type of leadership that I found in the ANC in 1996 when I first walked into the NEC, and see how the changes have happened over the years. President of the ANC taking over from Dr. Moroka. But and since then, the leadership succession had been handled in a particular way. But coming to 2007, the contestation was extremely toxic, and members of the ANC were divided right in the middle. The divisions which never actually ceased post the 2007 conference, and instead got worse as the time went on, because around 2007, one of the things that comrades would say is that they began encroaching this anti-intellectual culture. No, we don't want a president who reads poems. We don't want a president who makes quotes. We don't want this. We don't want that. And that had a negative impact and effect on the ANC, on its character, on its outlook, because this is an organization which claims moral authority from its ability to present ideas that are incontestable.
Am I correct in saying that, in fact, in that very conference, the political report of then president was not even discussed? Am I wrong in thinking that?
It wasn't. It wasn't. It was a very bad conference. It was a very, very bad conference. And we wished that we would not go back to that type of conference again. But even then, the conferences were still able to meet, discuss, conclude business, go home. In 2022, that changed. Suddenly, the national conference of the ANC could not be concluded. And now you have to have a rejoinder in order to conclude the national conference and adopt resolutions. It shouldn't be the case. And I think this leadership has got to work very hard to ensure that we return the ANC, because what you saw happening both slightly prior to the 2022 conference and after is all provincial conferences, or almost all, going the same route of not dealing with the business and concluding the business of conference, and then having a conference 2.0, where now you would adopt resolutions. So the main national conference becomes a leadership contestation to the end. You fight over credentials, you fight over everything, and you are here only to elect a leadership that will take you to an agenda conference. It's something that we have got to put an end to. But we all became affected by the divisions of 2007. We were consumed by those divisions, and we did not do enough to weave ourselves out of that situation so that the ANC could be restored to dignity, so that even if there are political differences, but they are managed and handled in a way that allows the ANC to continue being the hegemonic leader of our society.
I want to ask you about, the rot really starts from the top, right? I want to ask about, you've been in this NEC for far too long. I was saying five terms. You were a fear about my record. I was thinking 5 terms, maybe it's much longer.
5 terms and more.
5 terms and more.
29 years now since I've been in the ANC NEC.
You are someone who would know intimately what is discussed within the NEC. Have you seen a deterioration of the kind of discussions that you have in that NEC?
There has been
I'm putting you on the spot.
An erosion of the quality of debate from all of us. And I think me included. if you consider the type of leadership that I found in the ANC in 1996 when I first walked into the NEC, and see how the changes have happened over the years. I think as a result of our divisions, we have now come to a stage where almost all issues are discussed and debated on the basis of what each group wants out of the discussion taking place, not necessarily what do the people of South Africa and what does the ANC want out of those discussions.
You know, I think back to what we wrote as the Sunday Times and Times Live